And welcome to True Blue Politics Daily Podcast with Karen and
Anita,
we are here on the day of our Lord, June 2nd, 2026.
the day of our Lord, the
Is
year
it
of
the
our
day
Lord.
of the year of our
Year
Lord?
of our Lord.
I said it wrong.
That's okay.
June 2nd, the year of our Lord, 2026.
You could screw up occasionally.
Oh
It's
well.
okay.
Yeah. Well, just occasionally I'll show myself out.
Not, but be careful, okay? Don't
Yeah.
do too much.
Yeah, right. So yeah, we're just kind of in a mood to kind of revisit some things and you know call some bullshit out. Uh,
Well, to have some understanding of how we got here. I mean,
yeah.
yeah, the total backlash is Dan
Mm-hmm.
Jones coined it
Mm-hmm.
on CNN. Yeah,
Yeah.
to Obama, because that's where Trump came from. He was a backlash.
Yes, very much so. And we're old enough to remember when, for 8 years, Donald Trump went on social media and ran a birther campaign and,
Hmm.
challenged President Obama to show me, his the birth certificate. And
Oh, that wasn't good enough either. Even when he did show the birth
even when he
certificate, remember
did,
that?
no, he wouldn't let it go. And then it was his college transcripts. Remember that?
Yeah. Then he wanted to call, and then he was gonna. What did he say? He would donate to his favorite basketball
His
team. I mean, it was
ba-
so racist.
Yeah, I mean, it was like your favorite charity.
No, he said your
Oh,
favorite
was it?
basketball
Yeah. Oh my
team.
God.
He even then, I mean, he can't help himself,
Mm-mm.
you know. But
Ugh.
anyway, so we'll start with what talking
Well,
about kind of
yeah,
encapsulating.
yeah. We're just gonna kind of, remind people of, what occurred during Obama's presidency and the aftermath,
Yeah. Well, at least touch on it
Yeah. So I'm
because
going to
it's
play a clip. The Republican Party went full racist after Obama. This is Johnny Bananas, our friend, over on the
mhm.
YouTubes. Here we go.
I
Made
think it's
things right
TikTok.
now. We have to
It's on
understand
YouTube,
that
though.
Republican voters were going to be extreme no matter what, because the catalyst that kicked all of this off was Obama. Deep down, Republican voters that are now Trump supporters, their basic ideology is racism. That's why they hate black people, that's why they hate immigrants. But especially, Obama being in office, seeing a black man in the highest position in the country, that really broke them. So really, any Republican who ran after Obama was easily going to be their guy. But it wasn't just a run of the mill Republican like Mitt Romney. It was someone who was a successful fraud for decades and who was a malignant narcissist. Someone who was able to manipulate his gullible, uneducated followers into doing exactly what he wants. Like we've said, it's a cult. They will make excuses for anything he says or does, even if they starkly weren't opposed to it before he was there. I've lost track of the number of podcasts or videos that I've seen of people who are having conversations with their MAGA parents. And there are a lot of similarities. One, like I mentioned, is that they really hated Obama, and they wanted Donald Trump to bring us back to, quote, traditional American values,
Mm,
which Donald Trump does not embody any of those values anyway,
mm-mm,
except racism. But
mm.
we've heard all the excuses they've made during both of Donald Trump's terms. He's not going to get us into a war, and then he does, and their excuse is, oh, things changed. Their biggest gripe before 2024 was grocery prices and gas prices. Now both of those are higher, and they're like, oh, well, it's worth it to stop Iran from getting a nuke. This is why, if you don't have the stamina or the patience, it's kind of pointless to debate them. Because while they will completely fabricate horrible things that Biden and Obama supposedly did, anything that Trump did that was hypocrisy or that he promised he wouldn't do, they will make excuses for. There are several things that work in our favor, however. First is that racist and misogynistic regimes like this always operate on exclusivity, which means they get fewer and fewer people that are allowed in the club. Anybody used to be allowed in the MAGA if you were a die-hard Trump believer, but they are very quickly pushing people out of their own club. People like Candace Owens, people like Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene, now Lauren Boebert, Thomas Massie, at some points Joe Rogan, but then he ends up being stupid and coming right back. They used to listen exclusively to Fox News, right? They're not even doing that anymore. They need something further right than Fox News. A lot of die-hard Trump supporters actually think Fox is liberal. They only listen to things like Newsmax 24/7. And the only way they're ever going to break out of their cult mentality is by turning that off in the first place. One of the many things we have in our favor is that Donald Trump is terminal. And even though they're going to try rebranding their fascist white supremacist movement, once he goes, the cult goes. Because J.D. Vance is polling at a solid 8%, and even the people who try to advocate for J.D. Vance don't even have a reason why.
J.D. Vance is already going to be the next president. We already
Oh,
know
that's
that.
so cringe. Can you name one thing that J.D. Vance has done as vice president?
One thing that he's done as vice president? Being the best vice president of United States history.
Name one specific thing he did.
What do you mean one specific thing? One specific thing that he's done as vice president?
Yeah.
He's been a great vice president. There's nothing else
That's
to
it.
acknowledge
That's all
from
you
it.
can say. What else is
That needs to be communicated.
I mean, it's just like the people who follow Donald Trump. They don't even know why they like him. They just like him because he's great. Why is he great? Because he said he is. I mean, for anybody who's not in a cult, it's fucking insane. But anyway, amidst my rambling, we have to understand that after Obama, after we dared to elect a successful black man to the office of the president, they were going to go full racist. The House was already going to catch fire. It's unfortunate that a psychotic madman like Donald Trump added a metric ton of gasoline to that fire.
So I want to just, if I may, you and I, we looked back to the before times when, right after President Obama in 2009, this is from the Southern Poverty Law Center. And just, one example, this article shows multiple examples, but this is what people were seeing. So this is about a gentleman named Kalen Johnson, nearly a month after the election, on the night of December 6th, Johnson, 33, pulled into a Shreveport gas station behind the wheel of his GMC Yukon, adorned with Obama bumper stickers. Wearing an Obama t-shirt, Johnson purchased a soft drink and was returning to his vehicle when he was jumped by three white men shouting, "Fuck Obama" and "N-word president." The pummeling left Johnson with a broken nose and fractured eye socket that required surgery. The attack on Johnson was just one of what likely was hundreds of racially charged incidents around the United States related to Obama's campaign and ultimate victory. Some may qualify as hate crimes, others as offensive pranks and protests. Many involved students from grad school through college. The incidents began in the days leading up to the November 4th election. Yeah, and there's this, article goes on to list, all these multiple,
Oh, I
multiple,
remember it.
right.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
but, like what I was going to say, and I just want to play a little surprise clip for you, Anita,
hmm
because, I
Oh,
like to
okay.
surprise you
Yeah,
with
I
things.
know.
I do love that. So, so as we were talking about, Donald Trump for 8 years stoked the racism. I mean, and that is after decades of dog whistles by the Republican Party, right?
hmm
But he stoked it, and he, with all of his idiotic, challenges, his Obama's birth certificate, his college transcripts and things like that. And so a friend of ours actually had a response to it that I want to
As
play
I
for
was
you.
saying before the commercial break, we tape early this show, so I haven't been able to watch tonight's Republican debate yet, but I'm excited to see the face-off between the party's biggest opponents, Ben Carson and Staying Awake. Carson has recently pulled ahead of Donald Trump, making it the first time in history a white male billionaire is the underdog. But Trump recently explained he's been an underdog his whole life.
My whole life really has been a no, and I fought through it. I have been, and I
Please.
talk about it. It's not been easy for me. It has not been easy for me. And, I started off in Brooklyn. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
started off in
I came into
Queens.
Manhattan, and I had to pay him back, and I had to pay him back with interest.
You heard right. Donald Trump calls $1 million a small loan, but remember, this is the same guy who thinks 3 is a small number of wives. So Matt Lauer tried to put this in perspective.
Let's just put this in perspective. You said it hasn't been easy for you, but my dad gave me $1 million
No, he
loan.
didn't.
That probably is going to seem
You're
pretty
right.
easy to a lot
You're
of
right.
people.
But $1 million isn't very much compared to what I built.
Yes, I mean, these days he's worth billions of dollars. For him, $1 million is garbage. So let me take a moment here to say, Mr. Trump, you look like $1 million.
That's not the clip. Damn it. I was trying to
Well,
find
I
the
just
one.
have to say, he
Yeah.
inherited $400 million. He's lying there, of course.
Yeah.
And he started off in Queens, and he didn't. I mean, he went bankrupt several times. He lost almost all of that money.
Mm-hmm.
He had to be put on an allowance because he spent too much by the banks because he was, he was such a liability.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to see though, damn it. It was so good and I wanted to play it, but damn it. Anyway, it was where Stephen Colbert challenges Donald Trump that to present what was it his report his transcripts his college transcripts by October 31st, and
Stephen
something where
Colbert,
he's gonna put yeah, where he's gonna put his balls in Donald
he's got to put his balls where?
in Donald Trump's mouth or vice versa. Damn it. I wanted to play
Oh,
that because I thought it
oh,
would
that's
be
okay.
like really funny. Anyway.
We never did see those college transcripts, but I
No.
heard he was dumbest
Mm-hmm.
student. One professor
Mm-hmm.
said he was the dumbest student he ever had.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. So yeah.
But
A-
yeah,
Anyway, it was like it
it.
was just freaking Stephen Colbert gold,
Oh
just
yeah,
completely trolling him. Anyway,
yes. We'll miss
yeah.
Stephen Colbert.
Oh my God.
Hope he shows up somewhere else
I know. Oh, he
soon.
will. He will. He will. I think he will. And he's going to make more money, and they were talking about it, and he's going to bring people with him. But anyway, so getting back on topic. So yeah, we had all of this complete, racism.
Mhm. Yeah, I can remember. I just have to say, when we would go to Kerrville, I remember Davey telling us we had an Obama sticker on one of the cars,
Mm-hmm.
and they said he told us he warned us because Kerrville is a little town outside of San Antonio,
Mm-hmm.
and he was going to school there,
Mm-hmm.
and they just said he said watch out because they'll key your car if they see that.
Wow.
People, yeah, and that I mean I just remember that very vividly because
Mm.
yeah, and I remember other people commenting. One time I was with some people and there was a work truck, like a
Mm.
gardener or something like that, and he had an Obama sticker, and they just started being just racist and disparage. I mean, yeah, that's the kind of stuff I would see here in
That's
Texas. Yeah,
that's insane.
I know, but that's the way I'm not surprised by what you were reading about in Louisiana,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
So people
Yeah.
were, I remember, remember those that they would have like nooses and stuff like that. Or I remember Glenn Beck. Oh my God, there were so many racist things he would say about Obama. He didn't like, what did he say? He doesn't like white culture or something like that. Remember when he said that? And Katie Couric asked him, what does that mean? What is white culture? And he's like,
Mm-hmm.
humana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so so we'll pivot over, we'll pivot like, Trump voters when they're asked to cite, actual facts about JD Vance and Donald Trump and what they've actually done.
No,
Um,
that because they don't care. They're
no,
pre-programmable meat bags.
meat bags. Yep.
They don't care. They don't care that he promised them he wouldn't start a war. He would be
Mm-hmm.
the peace president. They don't care that he said he'd bring down prices on day one. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't. What else did he say? Oh, electricity prices, your energy prices will be cut by
Mm-hmm.
50%. They don't
Yep.
care about that. They
Yep.
never cared about gas prices. They never
Nope.
cared about egg prices. They don't care about anything. All they want
Mm-mm.
is somebody that will tell them you're
It's okay. Your
yeah.
feelings of race, hate and racism and,
Well,
your fear is righteous.
because he wants somebody that will say, hey, it's not your fault, you're a loser, it's
Right.
their fault.
Right. And you should be afraid.
Right, you
Hmm.
should be afraid. They're
So
going to try to
here,
take
so this
take
is
something from
Megan.
you.
Yeah, exactly. So this is Megan Kelly on why she thinks President Barack Obama was a bad president and a
Oh,
bad man.
but Trump, no, he's a great president.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to ask about your thoughts on Barack Obama. He's like my favorite president of all time. I think he was great for this country. It was really nice to see a beautiful black man in the office. And where would you
That's a
rank
weird
him
comment.
among like modern U.S. presidents? Where would you put him?
Sorry, I didn't hear the landing.
Like where would you rank Barack Obama out of the last few modern presidents? Like for me, he's number one. Like where would you put him?
I would rank him in the 21st century at the very bottom. Yes, correct. At the beginning of Trump, 15, 16, we were coming off of Obama. And I used to say at that time, I think Obama is a good man, but a bad president, and that Trump is a bad man, but a good president. That's what I thought initially. And I completely had that wrong. I actually think Obama was a bad president, and I genuinely think he was a bad man. I know, sorry, controversial. And I think
That's turning
Trump
point, by the way.
is a good man and a good president. And the thing that I really object to about the Barack Obama years, having lived them and reported on him nightly on Fox News, is that I don't think we've had a more divisive president. People think President Trump is divisive. Let me walk you back through the Barack Obama years, okay? The first thing he did, was he seized control of 1/7 of the U.S. economy and shoved down our throats Obamacare, which the
Okay,
American
wait,
people
just
did not
stop
want.
that for a second. He seized control of the economy. He passed legislation. He won by 12 million votes. As a matter of fact, he had a filibuster-proof Senate at that time, or at least for
I'd
like a
say
month.
he had a mandate.
He
Can we
had a
say that?
mandate, yeah. I mean, Donald Trump barely wins by 1 million, and I'm sure she calls that a mandate.
Sure.
But I mean, he passed it through Congress. He didn't shove it down anybody's
No,
throat.
and I believe, if memory serves, the Republicans had 108 changes that they were able to make
Well, she's talking about, yeah, maybe about
to
the
the
stimulus,
ACA.
not the stimulus bill, the first, no, the first bill to save the economy.
Right.
I mean, the Republicans had just destroyed the economy, and she's
Yes.
talking about Barack Obama seizing the economy and shoving that down our throat. He was saving the economy.
He was saving the economy, and for people that were not there, I mean, we were losing jobs, millions of
Thousands and
jobs,
millions of them. Yeah.
millions of jobs were going away. People were walking away from their homes
Hmm.
because a housing bubble burst. They were, the economy, the stock market was, I mean, it was bad.
It was a financial crisis.
It was a financial crisis that we were brought into because of the Bush Cheney, because of Republican policies
Yep, that's right.
for 8 years, and two wars that we were lied into. So
So for her to say that, I mean, he shoved it down our throats. He was saving the economy, and he had a mandate to do that.
he had a mandate to do it. We had to bail out the auto industry because, I mean, and there was a lot of mixed feelings about that, but that's what needed to happen to stop
It
the
had to happen.
bleeding.
He
Yeah,
had to bail out the automotive industry, or
yeah,
it would have gone. I mean, wouldn't have an automotive industry.
right,
Imagine all the jobs we would have lost there.
exactly. Yep.
So, I mean, for her to say that, it's just ridiculous.
She is a see you next Tuesday. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. And,
Mm,
yeah.
all
If
right,
a
let me,
Republican had come in, what did she think? I mean, seriously, if
right.
John McCain would have won,
Yeah,
would he have been shoving it down our throats? I don't know
right.
if he would have done anything, honestly.
No. And okay, so I'm gonna continue to play this. So here.
Did not have majority support. It was the first time in our history that had ever been done, and the country was angry.
Wait, he didn't have majority support?
I don't know what she's talking about. Is she talking about the ACA now?
Yeah, to put, yeah. Here we go.
First, she said he seized our economy.
Yes.
Now she's talking, or let's see. Go ahead and play it.
He lied repeatedly, saying, if you like your doctor, you can keep your. If
Oh
you
my
like your
God.
plan, you can keep your plan. It was a lie, and he knew it was a lie at the time. I used to give him the benefit of the doubt, saying he was mistaken about his own health care plan, because that's the kind of person I used to be. And then it became
she
clear
was
that
such
he
a
knew it
good
was a lie
person.
because the facts came out. He knew it was a lie. So he lied intentionally and took people's doctors away, and people died. He got in there and said, elections have consequences. Too bad. I'm doing it.
People died. People were dying because they didn't have insurance.
Holy
30 million people
shit.
are on the ACA. I mean, she is just so full
See,
of shit.
well, here, and Anita, and I know you're old enough to remember this. There were concessions that were made. So if people weren't able to keep their doctor because the private insurance companies that were, in the in
Exchanges.
Obamacare, in the ACA, in the exchanges, that's on them.
I
That
know.
wasn't, I mean, and that is because, I mean, and you talk about this all the time, just going for the public option, right?
Well, yeah, we couldn't have the public option because, I mean, we wanted the public option, but
Mm-hmm.
we had Republicans that wouldn't vote for. None of the Republicans voted for it,
Yep. Yep.
and it was Lieberman. What was
Mm-hmm.
his first? Joe
Joel
Lieberman,
Lieberman. Mm-hmm.
who stopped the public option from going through.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have had a much better plan, but we ended up having a Mitt Romney plan. It was a Republican style plan
Mm-hmm.
that came out of the Heritage Foundation, by the way, and
Mm-hmm.
she's complaining about it. But you know what? It saved millions of lives. For her
Yep.
to sit there and say people died, nobody died
Nobody
because
died.
of the ACA.
No, because well, and she specifically says that people died because they lost their doctors. No,
What about they survived because they had insurance
they
and
had
they got health care.
insurance. Exactly. I remember hearing the stories about people that had, cancer diagnoses and how, they weren't going to be able to be covered, because, it was a pre-existing condition or, they just wouldn't be able to get the treatment that they needed. People's lives were saved.
Their plan was go to the emergency room.
Yeah, exactly. Which is like like 3 times the cost of just going,
Well, you can't get cancer treatment. You can't get chemotherapy
No.
in the emergency room.
No. Oh yeah, you're saying for the
For
cancer.
anything.
That's insane.
I mean, the emergency room is not where you go for like a broken leg or a broken arm.
Mhm.
They don't, and then they send you to a doctor.
Yeah.
But if you don't have health care, if you don't have
Right.
health insurance, then you have no doctor.
Exactly.
So what is she talking about? I mean, these people, I swear to God, they live in such different worlds too.
Yeah. Well, they're just I mean, it's
She-
hard to imagine that they don't know better, but yet, I mean, the alternative is that they
They're
are just
evil.
horrible people. They're just
Mm.
evil. So
Well,
anyway,
it's
let me
combination.
finish. Yeah, let me
Go
finish
ahead.
playing this. My gosh,
I know it's just too triggering.
it is. I know.
To the society at every turn. We never had a president do this before. And not just because he happens to be of mixed race.
Medicare, Medicaid.
We never had a president take cases, legal cases, and I was a lawyer, practiced law for 10 years before I went into journalism, take legal cases that are in the news and comment on them in a way that's
What?
Oh my God.
Does she know who the president is right now? I
Oh.
mean, this is later. This is at turning point. This is
Yeah.
after Trump has been president. Okay,
Yeah.
this was just recently,
Yeah.
and she's talking about him making comments. What is she? What? Because he made a comment on Citizens United.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
when he said
Hello?
something? Yeah, and he ended up
Like-
being right.
He was right. Oh my God. What a horrible bitch. Okay.
Oh no.
Hold on.
God.
Here we go. Yep. This is now.
By the way, Lincoln's talked about Dred Scott and Nixon talked about the Manson case. So just saying.
Okay. Here. So here's I think some more. This is the scandal of the century. Hold on. I'm gonna play this for you.
Seen reporters on Thursday, and he was wearing this tan suit.
President Obama's decision to wear a light tan suit at yesterday's news conference. He was wearing a tan suit.
Light tan suit. I think it was shocking to a lot of people. Is this an effort to make him look warmer?
There's no way I think any of us can excuse what the president did yesterday. I mean, and then for him to walk out, I'm not trying to be trivial here, but in a light suit, light tan suit.
Also known as
Wait, was it
Tangate.
after Labor Day?
Tan suit, and how the tan
Probably.
suit made him look unpresidential.
Whoever talked him into going into a tan suit, they're so desperate because of these low poll numbers, they're willing to do anything.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
The tan suit made him look unpresidential.
Oh my God.
You know, that was worse than what was it?
We're in trouble right now.
Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on.
With each passing day, the systems that have been
Oh, yeah, I don't know what that was. Anyway, yeah. Oh my God.
Grey Poupon. Remember when he had
Grey-
the Grey Poupon gate?
Oh
When
my
he
God.
put Grey Poupon on his hamburger or hot dog or something like
Oh
that.
no.
This is the things that were scandals back then, okay? Under Obama. That's how scandal free he actually was.
Oh my God. That is, I mean, seriously, I remember thinking it was
Oh, I
idiotic
did too, but that was
before.
Fox. That's what they had to complain about. They had to find something.
I mean, what kind of a monster wears a tan suit? And then I love they show the pictures of Reagan.
Reagan and Bush and everybody else.
God damn.
I know, it's
So,
ridiculous.
so back, okay, so Barack Obama, here, this is what Megyn Kelly says. Barack Obama has become filthy rich. Megyn Kelly says his net worth doesn't make sense. He did 2 terms as president, and off of that, he's made himself over 100 million. Almost 100 million. Probably over, to be honest. We don't know all of the earnings. The Obamas reportedly own luxury properties, a home in Martha's Vineyard estimated to be worth 20 million bucks in addition to properties in Washington D.C. reportedly bought for, wait for this, Anita, 8.1 million.
Oh no.
A beachfront home in Hawaii reportedly bought for 8 million. A home bought in Chicago for 1.65 million. That's with an M. Public reports estimate that that is their net worth parlayed on the backs of Barack Obama's 14 years of holding political office. He did not spend 50 years in government service. He did a stint in the Illinois State Senate. He did a couple years in the U.S. State or in the U.S. Senate before he ran for the office and won. Officially, Barack Obama's net worth is said to be 70 million. But,
oh my God.
But Megyn Kelly and many others believe the real number to be over 100 million because not all of his income was reported.
Okay. Oh, please. First of all, he got a Netflix deal and he's gotten, I don't know, he's been paid for certain things. This is after he left office. Donald Trump, yes, every president does that. And I'm sure she has nothing to say about that.
No.
But Donald Trump has made $4 billion in the White House in a year. Okay, in a year, a little over a year. He's made $4 billion out of insider trading. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't talk about that, but she does. Honestly, I guess now she's starting to talk a little bit, complain a little bit about. I mean, the corruption's got
corruption.
Just so
she didn't think it was going to be this much.
No, she can't believe it. I mean, who would have thought Donald Trump would be corrupt?
I mean, really. Oh my God. So there was a post with Tuck Frump, at Real Tuck Frumper. What the fuck is this shit? Sean Ryan goes off on very self-serving Trump and cronies and stunning exchange with Megyn Kelly. Here, I'm going to play this. Let me see if it'll go to the beginning.
Minnesota Gold right there.
Now this one, I think, why is it playing an ad? I hate ads. Okay.
I know.
I'm going to turn down the volume. Wait, I don't know if I can. Oh, this stinks. Yeah, because it opens it up to the thing and then it makes you listen to ads. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to listen to it.
How long is the ad?
I don't know, but it's long enough. That's a shame.
That is a shame because they're complaining about all the corruption, and Sean Ryan, both of them big time Trump supporters, are complaining about this slush fund.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
do you want me to just read from the MAGA fan turned critic Sean Ryan went ballistic on President Donald Trump during a podcast with Megyn Kelly and rattled off several problems he has with the president's second term. I just don't see any positivity coming out of this administration, Ryan vented during the Monday episode of his podcast. It seems very self-serving. He told Kelly he has a list of shit that the Trump administration has screwed up in his view printed out, but he ran through several of his gripes off the top of his head while talking to Kelly, another pundit who backed Trump in 2024, but has since criticized him on numerous issues like the Iran war. He fucking made it so he had Todd Blanche do his dirty work, and so that him or anybody in his family could not be audited by the IRS, Ryan said. What the fuck is that shit? Ryan continued, the drone company, the $400 million jet from Qatar, the executive club. You hear about that. Yeah, that that they started in DC, Kelly confirmed. You don't hear any of about any of this shit, Ryan said. Does this shit look like he's serving the American people? Ryan then called out Fox News, saying the right-leaning network doesn't cover any of the ways Trump has sold out the country, in his view. None of it. None of it. Kelly agreed. There's no question the corruption in the administration has been far beyond what Ryan cut Kelly off before she could finish to fume that Trump sued the fucking government. So, yeah. And as
Yeah.
you said, you know, about the billions of dollars that
Oh my
they,
God, the insider
yeah.
trading. He didn't even mention that.
Mm-mm.
There's just so much, the crypto stuff, all of that stuff. It's just all corruption. Donald Trump sees everything as an opportunity to make money,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like even this, I read something where this Freedom Fest thing or 250th birthday thing that he's doing it was America Fest, but now his is Freedom Fest. He's finding a way to make money off of that. There's some people looking into it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all a grift. Everything is a grift with him. You cannot trust anything. There's something, even with his inauguration. Remember that when he what was it like? I can't remember how many millions of dollars, and it was obvious they didn't spend that because he had like no talent there.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a marching band. So I mean, every time he gets a chance, he steals money.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. All right. So I think here, if you want, I can play a little bit of this.
I don't know that he is or he isn't. I don't have inside knowledge on this. I just know where his sensibilities are. But I agree he's in a very difficult position. I mean, that's what happens when you accept this job. You
Okay,
put
this
yourself
is
in that
towards
very
the end.
difficult
Hold on.
position. It's not ideal.
Oh my God.
You see how
Not
she's
ideal.
soft peddling everything about
Yeah.
Trump?
Yeah.
And
It's
Joe
not
Rogan does
ideal.
the same thing.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
oh,
not,
that's
well, it's
crazy.
not
This is
ideal.
crazy.
I mean, this
Yeah.
is, here, hold on. Let me just cue this up again. Hold on. Come on. Come on.
What she was saying about Barack Obama. Oh my God, he has these homes and he's worth $70 million.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Trump, you put yourself in that situation. He's the president right now, and he's making this kind of money.
Yep, exactly. Oh, here, we could put this on the YouTubes. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up on the YouTubes. That's even better.
Total 180.
Yeah.
New war.
Yeah.
Threatening pretty much everybody, including Americans. It's just like, what the fuck is going on, man?
Yeah. No, it's incredibly disappointing.
Really?
There's just no two ways about it. I just feel like Republicans in general are bummed out right now. Whereas a year ago, 2 years ago, they were excited, they were optimistic, they felt hopeful. And
I don't
now
know
it's
why.
like,
but they were
it's starting to
fools.
feel like welcome to the new boss, same as the old boss.
Yeah.
Huh.
Same as the old boss?
Same as which old boss?
It
Yeah,
sure doesn't
exactly.
seem like they're hiding anything anymore.
1.0.
I don't think
George
Trump
Bush.
feels any need to. I think
Here's the thing, Anita, and you and I talk about this all the time. We're right our side is right about everything.
About everything. And so these people felt optimistic? No. Why? I mean, he got over on everybody. That's all he did. It was all a lie, and it was obvious it was all a lie. And she's not stupid.
No. She knew. She knew who he was, but then she comes out and she sits there and says, like, I was so wrong. I was so wrong to say those things. No, you were actually right. And that was probably the only time in your fucking life was when you came out against Donald Trump.
That's
and
right.
then, and she couldn't help herself, though. She couldn't help herself because she's a horrible person and she was rejected. She was given a plum position on MSNBC at the time, and people weren't buying her shit.
No, on MS.
And
she was
sorry,
on NBC.
She was on NBC, and nobody was buying her shit.
Yeah.
And then
she got fired for being a racist.
Exactly.
Which she is.
Because she is. So so we'll listen to this one here. This is Megyn Kelly on the Iran war. I love doing this stuff live without edits. I really do. I love it.
I know you love it. It's fantastic.
I love this so much. It's buffering and buffering and buffering and buffering.
To me, that the people who voted for the man who said over and over, not only no new wars, but no war with Iran, no Middle East wars, and specifically over and over said Iran, and also said the Democrats are going to get us into a war with Iran.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
That the people who voted for him, that was not a small thing. That was not a throwaway line. That was a massive part of his campaigning and his promising, that those people on a dime were like, yes, we're pro war with Iran. Yes, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. We all know that that's a lie. It's so obvious that that's a lie to get us into this conflict, that they were not on the verge of developing a nuclear weapon. I mean, truly, you don't have to do a lot of fact checking to figure that out. Trump's own intelligence agency said they're not. They're nowhere close. The IAEA, there was no one other than Israel saying they're on the verge, and they'd been saying it for years. So, like, you'd really have to be willing to delude yourself to go along with that.
Here's the thing. The Republican Party have always been itching for a war with Iran.
Well, yes, and the thing, yes, they have been. They've been just, John McCain bomb Iran. I mean,
yeah, I
they've
mean,
been wanting to go to war with Iran for a very long time. But these people, a lot of them, the ones, especially like the influencers like Megyn Kelly, these people remember how embarrassed they were by George W. Bush and what happened with the whole Iraq debacle. And Donald Trump is doing the same thing. And they're
same thing, WMDs.
Yep, exactly. It's the same crap. It's the same playbook.
Yeah, absolutely. And, and just lying about everything. We have a peace deal. And then, it's all.
Oh, this is worse. Yeah.
Yes. It's
even
all
worse.
fucking lies.
They didn't even try to sell it to us, okay?
Yeah. And then, and then did you hear that Bibi, they're going to, that he talked to Bibi and Bibi's going to stop bombing, only they were as they were bombing. They were still bombing.
Oh, yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit. They put out this thing, supposedly leaked, that Donald Trump said, everybody hates you. Stop it. And
right.
All that is just bullshit that they put out
he
there.
Tweeted, but this is, or he,
I know he tweeted it. Yeah.
No, he troth-centraled that, that Israel agreed to stop, and
bombing. Hezbollah. He talked to Hezbollah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like literally while it's happening. But this is the sick part. AP News is reporting it. Like our like legacy media, mainstream media is reporting it like it's,
I know, that's what I'm telling you. That the whole thing was bullshit. He's saying, I talked to Hezbollah, I talked to Bibi, and everything's good, and they agreed, and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And then they go right on bombing.
I know.
I mean, it's just surreal.
It is. It's anyway. So I'm going to play this. This is, oh, God, the Orange Nightmare.
Oh, this is what he had to say about Iran and Obama, right?
Yes. Okay, here.
I'm sure Megyn Kelly is very upset. Well, she is upset about Iran, but she still would vote for Trump.
Okay, let me see if I can play this.
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak.
What?
And he's ineffective. So the only way he figures that he's going to get reelected, and as sure as you're sitting there, is to start a war with Iran. Now, I'm more militant and more militaristic than the president. I believe in strength. But to start a war in order to get elected, and I believe that's going to happen, would be an outrage. Our president.
I'm sorry.
Remember that
farting sounds that you heard?
Was that him? Do you remember how Obama started that war with Iran?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, I mean, he was talking about himself. He's always talking about himself.
Always. It's always projection.
Yeah.
Always fucking projection.
Because he can't negotiate. This whole thing about, I still hear people going, oh, the art of the deal. There's no art of the deal, okay?
Art of the deal.
The art of the Neil is what it is.
That's what it is.
It was ghost written, first of all, and it's all bullshit. It's basically him sucker punching people. Read the book.
The truth is, if you add it all.
Oh, hold on, Michelle.
Is how to get away with shit. It's not. There's no art.
No. None.
Yeah.
None art.
None.
None
A lot of
art.
farting.
A lot of farting. None art.
A lot of kneeling. Art of the kneel.
Yes. Okay, so here. So getting back to Megyn Kelly and her racist bullshit.
The truth is, if you add it all up, even the year, if the odds were you're going to be married to your partner for 50 years and 10 of those years could be bad, that's
You'd sign up for it.
You'd sign up for it.
You'd sign up for
You
it.
know,
Right.
and that's really how it works out.
Is it, Michelle? It's not. I've been married for 17 and a half years, and not one was bad.
Oh my God.
I think she and
I
he
guarantee you.
married the wrong people.
Maybe we should talk to your husband about that, Megyn.
About that. Oh, please. I mean,
Oh my God. I mean, Anita, you and I, of course, can talk about our marriages and how like
Yeah.
there isn't like one moment,
course.
not 1 second, not even 1 millisecond of unhappiness.
No, it's all been,
Bliss.
roses and bliss.
Bliss.
I mean, come on. But the thing is, I was looking when I found that she went after Michelle Obama all the time. And she talked about, oh, she's whining about this, or nobody cares, Michelle, about your hair or something like that. She was just always, she's obsessed with Michelle Obama. She really is obsessed with her.
Yeah.
And she's obsessed with the Obamas.
Yes.
Just like Donald Trump is. These people can't get over it that we elected a black president.
No, they can't. And they've been fighting that and trying to exact retribution against the majority of Americans ever since.
Yeah, first of all, they want to erase him, right?
Yes.
But that's not going to happen.
Right.
Because he's going to have all kinds of, things built in his honor and stuff like that. Because he was a great president, but he was also the first black president. He's like the Jackie Robinson of presidents.
Well, we're going to talk about, the vanity projects that Donald Trump is stealing and wasting billions of American taxpayers' dollars on. But I just wanted to tell you this delicious little tidbit. So apparently there are talks going on in Chicago to rename the street in front of the Trump Tower as Barack Obama Way or
All right.
Yeah.
That is going to piss him off. I hope everybody's follow suit. Every, city in the, because most cities are Democratic cities. We should just start naming everything after Obama now.
Yeah. Yep.
Normally you don't do that till after they've gone, but why not?
Yeah. So this little ditty is this is Megyn Kelly sounding off about Trump's relationship history and past allegations.
Mm.
Come on. God, this thing. All right. Shing is driving me crazy, Anita. Hold on.
Trump has cheated on every wife he's had. He met Marla Maples while he was still married to the mother of his children, Ivana.
Right.
It was all over the New York papers. I'm from New York, upstate New York, but I was in New York when this all went down, the city. And he was like being touted, like he was proud of the affair. It was all over the papers. So, and by the way, Ivana, his first wife, accused him of raping her. That she alleged in her first book that he was so angry over the hair transplant he got that she made him get. It was so painful that he raped her. And she later retracted that when he ran for president. But that stood on the books for some time. I don't know whether that's true or not. I'm just saying, clearly not a great relationship there.
Right.
And then he winds up with Melania. And, if you think Trump's been faithful to Melania, okay, that's great. You got bigger issues than I can solve here.
Right.
But so the nerve, nerve to act for him.
That's so funny.
Judging somebody else's marriage or love relationships or choices, it just shows you like he's got chutzpah, I guess is the word for it, beyond. And it was really inappropriate. And it was wrong. It was what he said was wrong on many levels.
Did she just say I don't judge other people's relationships?
Yeah, well, that's a problem for him passing judgment on other people's relationships.
Huh.
Should we play that other video again?
Yes,
No.
let's play that. No.
Should I play that again? Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, she's just, these people, like I said, they're reprogrammable meatbags. She's sitting there. First of all, she's angry at Donald Trump right now. That's why she's doing this, because of the Iran war. And he's embarrassing her. A lot of these people were on the Trump train. They were, out there loud and proud about it. And now they're embarrassed. And they know it's just too much. And his approval ratings are in the tank. He's like at 32% right now. And people are just turning on him. And she's trying to get off and try to save her career, probably.
Yep. All of these people, they're just putting their finger in the air, which way is the wind blowing, and that's what we're going to do. And that's what all of these people, on the right, the never Trump Republicans, I think did it to a certain
Yeah.
extent.
Well,
I mean,
they were exposed. I mean,
they
their
were
party was
exposed.
exposed,
Exactly.
and they didn't want to. They were uncomfortable with it.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so here is Roland Martin, and we did not cue this up, but there is a clip of Megyn Kelly.
Okay. Oh yeah, she has a clip in there. Yeah.
Okay, should I play the part with Roland?
Roland,
in the lead up?
play it
in
up.
the lead up. Okay,
Yeah,
just the first
lead up,
couple,
and then her,
okay.
and then
okay,
play him, and then her.
Okay.
Around the inauguration, are you optimistic about the future of America for your children? Black people, Latinos, Asian American, majority says yes. White America was the only one, majority that did not say that. And what did we see? We saw the rise of the Tea Party. We saw the attacks. We saw Glenn Beck. Obama hates white people. You saw all of that. You saw the racial hatred rise. So over the weekend, I saw this clip of Megyn Kelly. You know, the one who said Santa was white and the one who had no issue with blackface around Halloween. This is literally what this trifling, despicable, shameful bigot had to say.
We don't feel like ourselves. We haven't felt like ourselves in a while. And I'm sorry to get political, but I'm just going to be honest. We haven't felt like ourselves since Barack Obama. I just think he was such a slick snake. He was this affable guy who was like wearing good suits and looked the part and sounded the part and dressed the part, but was so divisive in his messaging. The left, they look at you like when you say this, they don't know what you're talking about. It's like, because you don't pay attention to the other half of the country. You only pay attention to your absurd news sources, which spin and spin and spin to protect Democrats, especially if they're named Obama. He's the one who started to inject race where no one had been doing it. He's the one who started to use his pen and the phone to shove things down our throat that we didn't want. He's the one who shoved through an entitlement on our health care and our personal doctor visits that he promised he wouldn't mess with, and then he did, really hurting people, causing massive anger and open lies. He never missed an opportunity to twist the knife on the racial issue. He would do it subtly and in his own way, but it was very clear what he was doing. For the first time, we had a president who weighed in on legal cases before they'd played out. We never did that. That was a taboo that had never been crossed before him. And Donald Trump was the reason Barack Obama, reverse that. Barack Obama was the reason Donald Trump came about, that he was born as a political figure. They say Trump's divisive. He was the antidote. He was the answer to the divisiveness of Barack Obama. And we just haven't felt like ourselves for years now.
Oh, we haven't felt like ourselves for years. Why couldn't we just continue having another white president? Why did we as America, why did we have to screw it up? Why did we mess it all up by electing this black man? It was his fault. It was Obama who brought divisiveness, who injected race. Really? Do you really want to talk about presidents injecting race, Megyn? Do we want to talk about Reagan making up, literally making up this welfare queen story? Do we want to talk about Reagan refusing to, well, not refusing, but refusing to sign a bill slamming the racist apartheid regime in South Africa and says, I will not sign it. And he got overwritten. Do we really want to talk about Reagan, the attack on affirmative action? Do we really want to talk about President George H.W. Bush and Willie Horton? Do we really?
And on and on and on.
Well, no, it was, and they talked about Woodrow Wilson and what was the name of that movie? He played that movie, that racist movie in the White House.
Yeah. I mean, look.
Birth of a Nation. Birth of a Nation.
We'll need our own, like another entire set,
But
episode.
Obama, he kept being black.
Right.
You know, and he was wearing that nice suit, but he was still black.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
that's why
the
he was so
problem.
slick and he was a
That's the
problem.
problem. I mean, these people are just like, I'm sorry, but it's like, no, I'm sorry. You all do not have a fucking leg to stand on with this bullshit.
They're divisive. Come
Give
on.
me a break. Yeah, give me a break. Anyway, well, listen, we're going to be hitting an hour in a second here. So, I just want to, say we will be back tomorrow, and please head over to our YouTube channel and like and
Smash the button.
subscribe. Yep, and go to our Patreon and subscribe. Any dollar amount, no dollars, whatever. We'd love to have you over there. We have a great chat, and yeah. Anyway, so love to all of you, and as always, we are going to play our episode out with a Lego video. So let me go ahead and cue this baby up. Goodbye. Have a great day, everybody. Let me get it to the beginning. Come on.
You said you ain't no pedophile, but bitch, you are. They tell them worldwide for that Epstein scar, but you still the prez, man, this shit's bizarre. You said you ain't no pedophile, but bitch, you are. The whole world knows that you perverted rapist star. 30 years since and we build different, we don't break. Your people see $5 gas and your whole country shakes. This ain't Call of Duty, these mountains, these troops alive. We are waiting for them. Come test it, no survivors. If they wanna die for Epstein's list of Netanyahu's war, we got the welcome ready, body bag stacked at the door. You came for war, but got cooked instead. Iran flipped the script, left your whole team dead. You came for war, but got cooked instead. Weakest president ever, take that L and quit, bitch. Go fetch Epstein's pals, go fetch your lobby. This ain't a desert skirmish, this ain't your hobby. But no points in these talks, cause the president of the United States of America is a fucking pedophile. You thought you could hide, but we kept the file. Cause the president of the United States of America is a fucking pedophile. F5 ghosted your base, Kuwait smoke, throw jet back home, legend mode. Cheap drones on your millions, your patriots broke. Hit Al-Udeid hangars, Al-Assad runways turned to dust. Bases that took 10 years and billions, one night fucked. You came for war but got cooked instead. Iran flipped the script, left your whole team dead. F-35s hid, radars blind, whole Air Force exposed. We rebuild in weeks, you need years just to reload. Slow ass. Let's talk about your resume, the biggest of L's. You're an Epstein pen pal, rotting in your own smells. You know why? Cause the president of the United States of America is a fucking pedophile. You thought you could hide, but we kept the file. Cause the president of the United States of America is a fucking pedophile.